Okay, thank you for coming and good afternoon and welcome to follow this presentation, Magic and Illusion of Reality. I want to show what is representing my career as a cinematographer and as a professor in Aalto. In this presentation, I want to talk about my enthusiasm to be a filmmaker, creating magic and illusion of reality, and how it is related to my work as a professor in Aalto. My professorship is based on artistic merits and my work as a cinematographer. My career includes 21 long feature films plus other visual content. During my career as a filmmaker and as a cinematographer, I have been fascinated by possibilities to tell stories and create visual dramaturgy. I have been interested to explore reality instead of just reproducing it. Make visual dramaturgy that reflects common memory, common emotion about the events in real life, so to say, create magic on the screen. And to entertain the audience, that is filmmakers and my own primary goal. That is also the biggest reason why I like and love to work as a cinematographer. In this work, my artistic interest is visual storytelling. And for me, this means creating visual dramaturgy for the films I work with. But then, what we need to know to understand my following presentation, I need to explain these two concepts, cinematography and a cinematographer. After that, I will show some examples of how to create magic in films, and at the end, I will explain my role as a professor and how it is connected to the topic magic and illusion of realism. Well, cinematography. That's a combination of technical and artistic work on long feature films, TV series, commercial films and other visual products that require high-end visualizations. On the other hand, art of cinematography supports the story and creates visual content and drama. To put it in short, cinematography is visualization that creates special and characteristic look for the film or these visual projects. Well then, who is a cinematographer? What is cinematographer's role in filmmaking? Commonly called director's right hand and usually a director's closest co-worker. Cinematographer works tied together with the director throughout the whole process. Work in general requires management, artistic and technical skills. It also requires ability to organize effective workflow for the whole production and ability to create an inspiring visual look for the project to the film, together with other artistically responsible teams. Cinematographer is quite often called as a director of photography, DOP or DP. And this DOP is used in big productions where several crews and lots of special equipment and multiple cameras are used. Cinematographer or DOP works in leadership role as one key member in the film production and in leadership role, especially with cinematographer's own light, grip and camera crews. And it is quite common that cinematographer operates the camera by themselves when only one camera is used. This work includes also artistic and technical planning and execution throughout the whole project. In this process, one key task is quality control. And cinematographer also works very closely together with actors, and that requires special sensitivity and trust. Okay, now we know something about cinematography and cinematographer's work, so I can show a few examples about magic in films. Or illusion of realism in film, how it's achieved in films, and what technologies are used. The following will be just very general and short introduction, but it will give a picture about the scale of different technologies that are required to master cinematographer's craft. For example, in this previous example, it was a commercial film. We wanted to create magic, not the illusion of realism. And in this film, magic was achieved with combination of special makeup and digital visual effects, VFX, and with lighting and camera work. In this fairy tale story, director wanted to use real actors and their reactions for the final film. So the special makeup allowed to do that, work with real actors instead of digitally created characters. Then, on the other hand, here is an example of illusion of realism. A scene where actors are acting and driving a moving car during the scene. If that would be executed for real, that would have been dangerous, and usually this is not even possible. So it is possible to use so-called low loader, that is a trailer and a car rigged on top of the trailer. This enables acting in safe conditions. It also enables camera and lighting control to execute the scene as planned. Here you see how the hero car is rigged on top of the low loader. Also cameras and lights are rigged, and this whole package is then towed with the van. This kind of old-fashioned technique is still in use. No snow, making snow. In this case, there was no snow on the set, but it was required according to the script. And in here, artificial snow is created by special effects team, SFX team, to make the illusion of snowy winter day. And for your information, this was environmental friendly cellulose, which is spread there. Here, we have the image from the final film, and winter scene in Archipelago. And in here, the special effects snow has been added on the set. In addition, ice at the background has been added on top of the open sea by digital visual effect department, VFX team. Then we have explosions and slow motion cameras, and all those are used for augmenting the experience of realism and enhance the impact of the audience experience. Fire, like almost all other effects, that need to be repeated several times from the beginning to the end, because there might be the need to take the several takes from the same action. This means that fire and filming conditions must be under full control. Underwater, that requires special equipment, stunts, divers, and well-organized conditions, actors training, and safety. And all sorts of special equipments. For example, in here, the crane and camera was rigged on the rip boat because it needed to be small so that it won't scare off the whales. And one of the latest technologies, LED volume and Unreal Engine. They are constantly developing innovations which have been used present. LED volume is a studio with a big LED screen, a LED wall at the background or all around the set, screen on the ceiling, and in some cases even on the floor. On those LED walls, we can screen material that is created with Unreal Engine, software that has been developed for gaming industry. During filming, actors can react on screen material in the same way as they could do on real location. Into the background, we can also project previously filmed or scanned material or even live material. All this enables filming so that the foreground live action by actors and camera movements are in sync with the background LED wall, which moves in three-dimensional form with parallax effect. One advantage of this is that the actors really are in the environment where they are acting in real time, as it would be the case in the real location. But with this technique, we can control and extend, for example, the duration of the sunset or dusk or dawn. And in addition, there are to these previous examples, there are lots of other techniques too, and all these require collaboration with other team members. Usually, all these are created with combination of several different techniques, and all these possible tasks are effective to require to master handicraft and high-end technical skills and ability to conceptual thinking. But most important is relationship to content. So when using all these fascinating techniques and effects, we filmmakers must remember that most important is that they must always be related to the content. related to the story and visual look of the film. So, what is cinematographer's role? Handle all this technical and artistic work, and cinematographer need to have an ability to handle and mix traditional and modern techniques, and ability to coordinate own and other departments' work as the director's right hand. And cinematographer is eventually very much responsible for quality control, controlling artistic and technical results. Then craft and professorship. So all this previous reflects the discipline in cinematography and my work as a professor in cinematography. As a professor, my responsibility is to collect diverse information and verify different possibilities, encourage my colleagues and students to explore kind of out of the box. This means explore also unconventional methods, which has been talked a lot during other previous presentations as well here in Aalto. Combine traditional and latest technologies and get information about those. Analyze and estimate artistic impact together with my colleagues and students. And last, to make, or rather to help students to evaluate different techniques and methods and help them to find their own artistic path. And in here, the traditional methods means because mastering traditional methods is vital for comparing them against modern tools and to adapt them alongside with the new methods and technology. Modern tools and methods, so future tools and methods are under constant development, and they are needed to be followed and tested in order to apply these in our own creative work. Possibility to explore. This is made possible by creating learning environments, contacts and methods that supports exploring. And creative work. That happens when combination of latest technology and duration tools are used for own artistic solutions and challenge students to discover their own artistic voice once again. And exploring boundaries. In university, we are aiming to challenge expectations, tradition, and also manufacturers' vision of the possibilities and usage of latest tools, and try to take these to the so-called next level. And all this development goes side by side with film industry's goals and attempts to develop technical tools and create methods in order to find new ways to reach spectators, we can call them customers as well, and or to amaze the audience. So, as a result, our department staff and I try to create possibilities for students to explore, control, and manipulate technologies to create magic and illusion of realism and develop their own artistic voice. The goal, as a cinematographer and professor in cinematography, to create magic and illusion of realism into the screen. This could be also said onto the screen, but I want to use the word into the screen because I think that this is always in the story, deep in the film, not only like on the screen. Yes, thank you.